Welcome to Zen Fits on this beautiful Sunday morning in Blackstone, Virginia, the center of the world. But then you too are the center of the world. So the title of this talk is, what is time but sand? So I just got my birthday's Tuesday, I'll be 84, and I just got a birthday present, which was 6 little hourglasses. They go from 1 minute, 10 minutes to 30 minutes. So I'll put this down and I'll turn this over. So I'm going to talk for 10 minutes. Anyway, I just thought this was such a neat thing to meditate on because you can watch sand flow. It's a very fine little stream. You can barely see it all, but this is 10 minutes. So, and these are meditators, but they don't have any timers for meditators, but they're more like visual meditators because there's no sound to it. So if you shut your eyes, you don't see it. So you kind of have to be like Zen meditation with your eyes half open and keep this thing down there and you watch the sand. But it's a good meditation to meditate on an hourglass, on the sand flowing through. And you know, when I'm at 84, when you get older, your understanding of time changes. When you're young, 1 minute is like 30 minutes. When you're old, 30 minutes is 1 minute. Everything shifts. But anyway, the question is, what is time? And well, it's sand, and it flows. And time is thinking. If I don't think about time, there is no time. The moment I think about time, what time is it? Is it time to go? Are we here too long? When will this be over? How will it last forever? Why can't it last forever? When can I get there? I'm there too early. I'm too late. Everything is thinking. But when does time disappear? When you're not thinking. So this is a good metaphor because like this is past and this is future, right? This is past and this is future. So time is either running from the past to the future, from the future back to the past. And where do thoughts come from? Do we have a big storehouse? Or does the brain just generate them? Where do they go? Do they pile up like leaves? Can you find them? No, all we know really is this little presence here, this little portal between these, through which the sand flows. So this is presence. This is present moment. And we all basically, this is where I am. This is where we are. This is where you are, is right here, right? You're not in the past, you're not in the future. Yet the sand of thinking is always thinking in terms of past or future. The past was better, the future will be better. Restore the past, restore America. Go to the promised land. The promised land will be better. Even religion gets caught up in the sand of time. The Garden of Eden, it's past. Restore the garden. Where is it? Got to get home. Got to get to the future. Got to get to the promise. The future's been promised. Where is it? Got to get there. Where am I right now? Well, if heaven is in the past or in the future, then right now is always hell. So we're always trying to get out of now through the flowing of time from the past to the future, or the future back to the past. But it's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. So what is not time? The knower of time. So when you meditate on time, so this is a metaphor for your mind. This is a metaphor for time. You can watch thoughts flow through your mind, your awareness, this knower. This is the knower right here. This knows the sand flowing through me. This part here doesn't know anything. This doesn't know anything. This is just sand. But right here is the knower because the knower is a hole through which time flows. The knower is the hole through which the sand flows. But the knower is empty. The knower is not the glass. The sand doesn't flow through the glass. The knower is not the sand. The knower is a whole. The knower is empty. The knower is a light. The knower is awareness, a whole of awareness, an empty portal through which the sands of time flow. And when the sand flows through the portal, it makes the mind wave like a flag. Snap, wave. The flagpole shakes depending on how much sand flows through the portal, you see. So the mind, what is the mind? The mind is the glass that holds the sand of time. But the mind is not the knower. The knower is a hole through which the sand flows, you see. This is a great metaphor for getting a handle on the mind, the awareness or knower, and time is thoughts. Thoughts flow through the mind like sand through the knower or the hole, you see? And thoughts can be colorful, good thoughts, bad thoughts, neutral thoughts, random thoughts, non sequitur thoughts, crazy thoughts, mixed up thoughts, logical thoughts. All of them flow, all are just sand flowing through a hole that is you. So who are you, you see? What is it that is timeless? What is it that isn't waved or flagged or moved by the sand? What is it that is unmoved? It's the whole of awareness, the whole of the knower that is you. It's like the eye of a hurricane. Winds flow around, the eye is still. So the knower is still. Movement is sand, you see. Movement, thoughts. That's why we say thoughts, thinking is time, because thinking is movement in the mind. So you can time it. There's a sense of time flowing with thoughts. I'm thinking. Here's the beginning thought, and I got a whole sentence. It takes time, you see. So there's a sense of movement and time are one. You can't have one without the other. If there's no movement, there's no time. If there's movement, there's time. But we think in our Western world that time exists outside of you, outside of me. That I'm like born into a world of time. And the world exists. I'm checking my time. The world exists, you see, in time and space. A past and a beginning, and it exists whether I'm here or not. So we think I'm born into the world, and when I die, I'll go out, but the world stays the same, you see. That's a point of view of the Western mind, because it makes stuff. You can make machines, and you can go places, explore. How long did it take? It's mathematics. You need time and mathematics to explore, to make things, you see. So it's mechanical. It's conventional. It's an operating system. But it's not real. It's not the only time. It's not the only way to look. So when it's come to the asking a question, who am I? Who am I? That's the primary question. If you're human, if you're a cat, you don't ask that question. You see, cat knows he's a cat. But who am I, you see? Well, if you want to answer that question, you have to meditate on time. What is time, you see? What is time? Is it real? Or does time flow through me? Does the world flow through me? Am I the hole in the hourglass through which the world flows? That's a shift, you see. Either I'm in the world, bumping around like bumper cars, with shelf life. How long are you going to live? Oh, maybe 85. My shelf life is running out. You see, so we think in terms of how much time do I have? How much sand have I got left? Uh-oh, I'm getting down to the last grains of sand, you see. Am I going to die when the sand runs out? Does the whole die? Does the whole disappear? Does the emptiness of awareness, the knower? Does it die? Or is it before time and after time? What is your face before time was born? Almost down to the last grains of sand. Oh, there it goes. Thanks for dropping in.